Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to try my best to give you guys the best beginner link skill guide as I possibly can. So if you guys don't know what link skills are, they're pretty much skills that you can equip to any character, and the skills give specific damage. For example, Demon Slayer gives 20% boss damage, Kana gives 10% damage, Phantom link skill gives 20% crit rate, and the list goes on. And obviously there's a way you want to go about making these link skill characters, because you don't want to do the hard ones first, especially if your account is brand new. You want to do the easier ones first so you can get their link skill and then move those onto all the other link skills, so it pretty much adds up and gets easier over time. Again, the order that I rank these is just my opinion and what I think is best slash easiest for newer players. If you guys have suggestions, once again, leave them in the comments if I'm wrong on any of these. So number one, I would start with the arc link skill. So the arc link skill gives a damage buff that increases by 1%, and damage increases an extra 3% per stack, and you can stack this 5 times, so that gives you an extra 15% damage. The reason why I put arc at number 1 is because arc is super strong with absolutely nothing on it, no legion, no links, so it's going to be a really easy first one. And since the link skill is damage, you can add it on to the next one to make the next one easier. The second link skill I would make is Kana. Kana gives 10% damage, which is huge for newer accounts. And again, Kana is extremely easy to level up. And again, it's going to be a common theme on this order to do all the easier link skills first, the stronger ones first, so you can save the weaker ones for last, but then add all the link skills that you previously did onto those weaker ones to make them easier to level. Number 3 is kind of a struggle, but I definitely think it's worth it. Demon Avenger gives 15% damage at level 3 and 10% damage at level 2. Demon Avenger's definitely one that you can save for last or do it at the beginning. The damage is really low, so if you're fine with struggling a little bit, I would do it earlier rather than later. But again, if you want to save it for later, you 100% can. Ho Young comes in at number 4 on this list. Ho Young gives 14% damage against enemies with 100% HP, and it gives 10% ID. So Ho Young is really good for just leveling links and legion in general. The reason being is because obviously when you're attacking a mob, you get that extra 14% damage for that first hit, and it can really help out one-shotting mobs along the way. So that's why it's number 4 on the list. Number 5, probably the worst character on this list is Mercedes, but you have to do Mercedes. It's honestly one of the most important ones. Honestly, a lot of people would put Mercedes at like 1, 2, or 3, but it's just so weak that I don't recommend starting with Mercedes. Again, you can start with Mercedes, start with the EXP links, but they're just so weak without anything on them that I would wait a little bit later to do them rather than just start off. So Mercedes gives 20% EXP at the level 3 link, and I don't recommend for any newer player to like push any of these links. I know I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I recommend all you guys, especially if you're a brand new account, to get these links to level 70 and then do the next one and then do the next one. And then once you have all of the links at level 70, push them to 100, leave them at Zakum, and then just kill the arms every 30 minutes or kill Zakum every day. Definitely don't just insta push them to 140 or 210. Like, that's the worst thing you could possibly do. But again, level 70, move on to the next one. Next link skill, another really important, honestly probably the most important link skill, is Evan. Evan link skill at level 3 gives 70% rune duration, which is extremely good, especially when leveling link skills and mules. It's so important. It helps out a ton. And number 7, I would do Phantom link. It gives crit rate, which again is extremely important for mules, links, legion, etc. Really important, because crit rate is just going to help you hit a lot more damage. The higher crit rate you have, the more crits you hit, obviously leading to more damage. 8, mage link skill. It gives 3% damage per stack and 3% ID per stack, and it can stack up to 3 times, so that's 9% damage, 9% ID. Really good, really useful. Again, all of these links are gonna help out every character on your account. So next I have Beast Tamer. This one I feel like is really important. Like, I feel like this could be at number 1. Like, you should definitely make this whenever you have the opportunity, because Beast Tamer you can't always make. Same goes with Zero. Beast Hammer you can only make like once in a while on events. Make this whenever you can. You can save it till later, but Beast Hammer gives 7% boss damage and 7% crit rate. So again, it helps out a lot. It's not that important in terms of like damage and training when you're leveling up like Lynx and Legion, all that kind of stuff, but it definitely helps. The crit rate is big. The boss damage is huge for later game. It doesn't really matter early on, but again, it's really important. Number 10, Thief Link skill. Thief Link skill gives 18% damage total. So pretty much how this works is when you debuff an enemy, you get 18% damage, and that lasts for 10 seconds and has a 20% cooldown. So it's important. It's not 100% uptime, but it definitely helps out a lot. It's huge for bossing. Obviously best in slot for bossing. Training, it definitely helps, but again, all of these best in slot, all of these are really important. This is just the order I rank them in. Number 11, I would put Kinesis. Kinesis gives 4% crit damage, just huge. I put it later on the list because you want obviously more crit rate. You can hit those crit damage lines. Number 13, I put Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is really easy to level. You're not really gonna have that much trouble. It gives 20% boss damage at the level 3 link. Again, early on, boss damage doesn't really matter. You just want damage, so that's why I kind of put it later on the list. You're not really out here soloing bosses when you're early game or mid game, so not that important. Extremely important for end game, but for early mid game, not the most important. And then finally, AB Link skill. AB Link gives 60% damage for I think 10 seconds. Very important for bossing. Doesn't matter for training, obviously. But once again, I just want to preface, it doesn't really matter how you do these Link skills. It doesn't matter the order. This is just the most optimal order in my opinion. If you want to go ahead and start Mercedes and Evan Link skill, be my guest. I will say they're really annoying to level. Anyways, I hope today's video helped while making your Link skills. If you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments. We will do our best to reply to every single one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing, liking the video. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.